Welcome to my video. We are going to fire up a rapid game, and yeah, hopefully this looks and sounds good. This is my first video in forever. It's kind of been the story of my life at this point, and we're playing Christos 127, so best of luck. He plays pawn to d4. I will play pawn to d5, control the center. I've played some Queen's Gambit declined in the past. I do want to see... I'll play the Slav. I've been playing the Slav quite a bit lately, particularly the semi-Slav. So it's going to go knight f6, then my next move, assuming he doesn't do anything crazy, will be pawn to e6. And I kind of make this triangle. Yeah, this bishop does look bad. Well, now it's not, because I'm going to take with my e-pawn and effectively open my bishop. Okay, so he's going to play an exchange, Slav, sort of. Really just transposed to a QGD exchange. I'm going to go here. I'm going to break this pin. Pretty solid position. Nothing exactly special. I'm going to go bishop f5 because I know he wants to go bishop d3 or queen c2, bishop d3. So I am going to discourage that. So if he plays bishop d3, he would need to reckon with trading. Ooh, knight h5. Knight h4, is that an idea I'm that familiar with? So I can play bishop e4. I could drop back. I could go here. Yeah, knight h4 feels premature. I'm going to go bishop e6. I think there's a line with bishop e4 trying to provoke f3 and then going back. I just wasn't sure after knight takes, what to think of that position. There's bishop takes, queen takes. I suppose I should have been calculating this before I moved, right? Thus is life. We'll see what he does. This is 10-0, so compared to Blitz, you start with plenty of time, but there's also no increment. So as time gets low, it's kind of important to be sharp when it comes to that. Okay, he plays queen b3. I think this is a pretty quick queen b6 response. Anytime they play queen b3, I'm just going to go here. And there's this sort of standoff with the queens. So if he takes my queen, I will take back and open up the rook. And if I take his, then he will be able to take back and open his rook. So there will be... Oh, he takes. Interesting. Well, I'll take back. Pretty easy. Bishop d3. I am going to go h6, just see what his plan is. Is he going to take? Is he just going to drop back? He does take. I'll take back with my knight. Sorry, my bishop, who's attacking the knight. He goes knight f5. I could trade, but I don't really see the point, although he's maybe threatening knight d6. So I could castle. I could go king d7. G6 is also in the cards in some positions. Maybe king d7. Is there anything inherently wrong with king d7? Not that I can really see. Because it kind of gives me the flexibility to play g6. Because if I castle then play g6, he could take. And I don't really want to do that. So I will go king d7. Something worth noting, this bishop is the only protector of the knight. So if there's a way I can bother this bishop, maybe there's a knight a6, knight b4 idea, trying to get the bishop. And if bishop b1, maybe in some positions, I have a knight takes a2. That's if the knight is not on c3, because if bishop takes, then I take the horse. But of course, that didn't mean to rhyme, but there's going to be several moves before that happens. Sorry, my nose is a little itchy. And we'll see what he does. So far, I like my position. I have the two bishops. I have the open A file for my rook. He also plays king d2, which is interesting. I think I will go knight to a6. Pretty flexible. I could try to go knight b4. I could also try to go maybe knight c7 in hopes of a more solid positioning for my knight. Just trying to keep things flexible. Okay, so he plays a3. Yeah, I don't really, even though I mentioned this whole lack of defense, I'm not sure if there's a way I can exploit it. C5 is always a consideration, but it also gives up the B5 square, which I don't really want to do. I think I'm just going to go G6 and then just force his knight out. And then what to do here. So, yeah, now that I think about this knight, I need something to do. This knight needs something to do is what I'm trying to say. There's also H5, H4. I'm kind of bouncing around plans. He could go knight E2 easily anyway, so I don't even know if I want to encourage that. Let me think about routes for this knight. First of all, these squares are kind of juicy, but can I conceivably go there? I'm not exactly sure, although something like knight C7, knight E8, knight D6 comes to mind. Maybe if this knight leaves, there's a bishop F5 or knight F5 or something. Yeah, I think, and also I'm trying to think what pawn breaks he has. He could play E4, but E4 hangs this guy. So I'm going to go knight C7. I think this position's closed enough to where I can just play quickly. Just gotta make sure I watch out for any threats he may have, and we should be pretty good to go. I could have also maybe left the knight on A6 and played B5, B4. Yeah, I'm just kind of now realizing that. Maybe that was better. B5, B4, just try to crack open the position. Also trade one of my doubled pawns. Okay, he goes knight A4. Ooh, that's actually not good. Well, not good for me. It doesn't look like a good situation for me because he's threatening this guy, and I'm not sure how to defend it. Oh, it just hangs the knight, doesn't it? Yeah, that took me a second to realize, and we win. All right, well, that was a little bit embarrassing for my first YouTube video back, but yeah, seems like, and in the future, I'll try to have a better system to where y'all can see sort of this computer analysis I'm doing. I think what I'll do game reviews so that y'all at least can see somewhat what's going on. So I was thinking about what his threat was first before realizing, wait, isn't that knight just free? So it was D4. So far, this is all solid. Bishop F5. Okay, so knight H4 is good. I didn't know if it was, but knight H4 is apparently a good move. Bishop E6. Yeah, this is all good. Knight F5. King D7 is good, but the best move was H5. Interesting. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes on the game review, it doesn't exactly give the most accurate best move, because if the engine thinks, it might just fluctuate. And maybe there's a move that's that's kind of close to it, but that's more human to play. So that's why I don't really love using game review. I mean, I think it's a good tool, especially if you're a little bit lower rated and trying to learn upon your mistakes and things like that. But, you know, like game reviews telling me to play, now here actually I should have played B5, which I kind of point out during the game. The idea behind B5 is I'm just trying to go B4. So let's just say he does nothing, just maybe makes a rook move. I just go pawn to B4. I trade off one of my doubled pawns. Now his pawn is isolated, and I just have like a pretty good position. Now the A file's open. I'm attacking his bishop, so that is pretty good. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I'll probably just play some more chess, so maybe there will be some more videos, you know, immediately following this, but good start. We are 1-0 today. Actually, not really. I played some blitz games, but yeah, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm hoping to post more variety content, so always feel free to give feedback. I'm also hoping to get my podcast up and running with some guests. Some guests I still need to ask if they want to come on, but I'm sure that they wouldn't mind doing that. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.